What if Naruto was Dante's reincarnation, Part 8? For the next month, the Genin start to train for the upcoming final exam. Everyone trains the same, apart from Sasuke and Naruto. Sasuke spends his time in the Uchiha library and learning new fire jutsu that previously he wouldn't have had any access to, based on his size of his chakra pool. After a few days, Kakashi comes to the Uchiha compound and asks Sasuke if he would like to learn Kakashi's signature jutsu, as it is very powerful and it will help against Gaara. Sasuke agrees to learn the jutsu, and it only takes a week to get to the point he can use 3 Chidoras a day, before getting even remotely tired. This impresses Kakashi, as it took him a fairly long time to create this jutsu as a kid. He decides to teach Sasuke the lightning clone and headhunter jutsu, as the Chidori should only be used as a last resort, as it has the potential to kill someone outright. After a couple of days, Sasuke has learned every jutsu that Kakashi wanted to teach. He thanks Kakashi and heads back to the compound. He then goes on to learn many high-level fighter jutsu, and before the month was up, he comes across a book that has slight references to demons and their half-demon offspring. It's said that in each generation, the sons of the legendary Dark Knight will be reincarnated, and it has mentions of the Qualoth tree that grows in the demon world to connect the two dimensions. Lastly, there was a note. Lastly, there was a note at the bottom of the page from Madara Uchiha. It simply says that when the incarnation of Virgil reads the Uchiha stone tablet, his power shall be unleashed upon the world. With only a day to go until the final exam, Sasuke goes to the Naka shrine, and inside was the stone tablet. He activated his Sharingan and read the tablet. It simply said, "Stick your hand in." A small black hole formed from the tablet, and Sasuke follows the instructions and plunges his hand inside, feeling a new surge of power going through him. Over to Naruto. After he left the preliminary exam hall, he decided to get a bath before training for the next month. When he gets to the bathhouse, he sees an old man with long white hair giggling to himself, looking through the window. Naruto walks over to him and says, "That's a little bit creepy." Some of them are young girls, by the way. But before the man could say anything to chastise Naruto for getting in the way of his research, he sees the resemblance to Minato and Kushina. He now knows that this is in fact Naruto. Jiraiya offers to train him for the upcoming exam. Naruto asks what he plans on teaching him, and Jiraiya replies saying that he wants to teach him the summoning jutsu. This excites Naruto, who accepts without hesitation, and the two of them head into the mountains for the next month to train. Jiraiya first shows Naruto the effect of the jutsu, and when he puts his hand onto the floor, a mid-sized toad appears with metal around his arms. Naruto gets even more excited about learning this, and Jiraiya smiles. He teaches Naruto the hand signs, and Naruto picks it up within the first day. He then tells Naruto to cover his fingers with his blood and sign the contract scroll. Naruto does as he is told, but when he puts his hand on the scroll to sign it, he gets blasted away by a huge torrent of dark energy. Jiraiya goes to check on Naruto and sees a new black scroll lay next to Naruto. He picks it up and then hands it to Naruto, saying that this must be for him. Naruto opens the scroll, and only 2 names were in it: Hashirama and Dante. On the top of the scroll was an instruction. It said, "Make them submit." Naruto signs this scroll, and after signing the contract, his blood rearranges itself into a very familiar face. Naruto uses the summoning jutsu, and just as he thought, a huge geyser of fire erupts, and comes out was Phantom. Phantom tells Naruto that this time he won't be playing with his food, but Naruto looked into his 8 eyes and told him to submit, or he will kill him again. Phantom laughs and tries to stab him with his tail, but after taking Phantom's soul, his strength had increased to the point where Naruto was able to grab his tail and flip him upside down, shoving the rebellion through his abdomen, just like before. Phantom then disintegrated yet again. Naruto uses the jutsu again, and again, and again, and every time he and Phantom fight, with Phantom dying, until finally Naruto summons him again, and Phantom growls before submitting to the power of Sparda. Naruto releases the jutsu and looks at Jiraiya, who is incredibly pleased at how powerful Naruto was, and that he could, even now, control a very high-level demon. He asked Naruto where he had seen him before, as Phantom seemed very angry with Naruto. And Naruto explains about the Forest of Death and killing Phantom the first time around with Sasuke. Jiraiya tells Naruto that in the world there are many demons just like Phantom, and you and Sasuke may be the only people who can stop them for good, and maybe even summon them to do your bidding. Naruto starts thinking that maybe someday he and Sasuke could open a business together, specialising in taking them out, but that'll have to wait for a while. They spend the rest of the month working on Naruto's sword fighting, making him faster and stronger than ever before. The day of the exam finally rolls around, and Naruto heads off to the arena, ready to squash Neji Hyuga. I guess you can kind of tell I took some inspiration off another Platinum game, Bayonetta, as she can summon like Phantom's mother, I think it is, in one of the games, like fucking massive. And suffice to say, it did creep me out the first time I seen it. But anyway, let me know if you like this part. I am forever curious on what you think, to be fair. Subscribe and share if you really want, and I'll see you all later. Bye.